What's up? Michelle V here. I'm a virtual event consultant and I'm here to help you rock it at your next event so that you can have fun, make more income and more impact. And today I want to talk to you about 3 reasons why people aren't buying at your event. So let's say that you did a webinar, or maybe it's a half day or a challenge or whatever it is. Let's say you got done with your virtual event and you're like, why on earth did those people not buy? And there's several reasons, but here's the top 3. Number 1 is they were bored. They were totally bored, right? Whenever people come to an event, you know, you've heard that we've got to make shorter content, people's attention spans are shorter, and so we're like shorten. And that's not actually the problem. You can have content as long as you possibly want because we're willing to spend hours in front of our television. Don't worry, binge watching certain shows, but it's because they've captured our attention and they loop us into the next thing and they loop us into the next thing and the next thing, okay? And they made us feel, right? They made us feel something during that movie. And that's what your event needs to be like. It needs to not just be a long, boring, wrote out description of this, and this, and oh my, me, my life's so amazing, and here's all the things that I know and stuff like that. It needs to be engaging your audience, inviting them in, connecting with the audience in a way that makes them feel. And if you've made them feel, then they're definitely way more likely to buy. So number 1, don't be boring. Number 2, don't give them the wrong feeling, right? So reason number 1 is maybe they didn't feel anything, and so that's why they didn't buy. They didn't feel the desire to jump on board with you. They didn't feel connected to you in any way. But the second reason is maybe they felt the wrong thing, right? I remember my first webinar that I ever did. I followed that, there was like, I followed that description. I did the outline to a T, and I had all my ducks in a row, and I told stories, and I did all the things. But have you ever been stuck, or like maybe you've experienced this where it gets to the sale and there's like this really awkwardness that happens? Do you know what I'm saying? Where people get kind of afraid to give the sale, or I was trying to be confident but I felt terrible about selling, so it was just like this really icky, nasty, torturous feeling most of the event. It's me trying to sell them on something but not feeling good about selling them, and it was just like icky and disgusting and awful, and I definitely wrote a letter of apology to everyone who showed up to that poor webinar. So sales is the transference of energy. So maybe you didn't make them feel, maybe they were bored, maybe they didn't have the desire. But thing number 2, maybe you made them feel the wrong thing and you chased them away, because whenever we're needy, if you need the sale, you need them to buy, you need them to want them to do this. Okay, and I gotta go on a little tangent here because I've been on events where it's like, okay, train in the chat. Like, I want you to be chatting. If you don't have your video on, if you're not chatting, then I don't know where you are. And it's like this energy, do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, I need you to be at the chat. Like, you need to be doing this. If you're here, then you're just like this lecture voice. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it, right? So if they have an icky, nasty feeling, they don't want to connect with you. They don't want to spend time with you. So be super honest with yourself. Go watch the replay. Did I feel anything? Did I feel excited? Did I feel connected? Did I feel anything in that? Or did I feel icky, like, I needed them to do something? Just be totally honest with yourself. Okay, thing number 3 is you didn't ask. This is actually a huge thing that I see on virtual events or on any events, is we don't ask for the sale. And I've been guilty of this so many times where I like start doing content or I get on the thing, and so we're so caught up in teaching. Like, a lot of people jump on virtual events and webinars. They're like, I'm going to do a workshop for people. And so then they teach them all this amazing thing, and it's a fun and it's a great workshop, but then they don't ask for the sale, or they just like throw it in the end. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I help people too. So if you want to book a call, come to me, right? But that's not really asking for the sale. You didn't tell them anything about what it is that you can do for them. You didn't offer them the opportunity to work with you in a way that they can actually understand the value of what you have to offer. So this is a huge mistake I also made in one of my very first events that we did before I really understood. Someone hired me to help them do a virtual side of their event. And it was before I really understood the power of virtual events. And so the only thing that we sold on their event was ticket to their next event. We did not sell a high ticket offer. And in doing so, we lost out at potentially, and not even an exaggeration, easily $1 million from that event, just because we didn't ask for the sale. So go ahead, don't be boring. don't offend people, and ask for the sale. Watch your video, tell me what you got, comment below, be real honest, Michelle, this is what I did. Okay, you don't have to tell the world what you did wrong, but be honest with yourself and tell yourself, this is what I did wrong, and I know I can do it differently. Ta-ta, crush your next event. Contact me if you need anything, comment below, let me know what questions you have. I'll be happy to answer them. Bye-bye.